Alright, we're going down, we're going down. Help me die soon.
This is called Friendslop, and it's taking the gaming world by storm. These games might seem like simple games that are just really lucky to pop off, but there's a much more complex reason behind why these games work so well. And it is not the microtransaction store or the game mechanics, and especially not the graphics. It's the psychology behind it. The way players feel when they play. Scare the shit out of me. Oh my... But what does it matter why the games are fun? Isn't it just a good thing that people are having fun with their friends? Well, yes, sure it is. But as the old saying goes, nothing good comes cheap. And these games are cheap, if not free. And is that why the games die so quickly? Are they meant to die so quickly? And what is the reasoning behind making them if they're so cheap and seem to die off a month later? Well, that's exactly what we're going to find out. So in this video, you and I are going to uncover why we're entering the era of Friendslop. Now, some of you probably aren't even familiar with the term Friendslop, so let me explain it really quick. Friendslop is basically a game that takes over your entire friend group for a few weeks. You all hop in, laugh your asses off, and for a short time it feels like the best game ever. But then, just as fast, it disappears, and no one touches it again. But there's something special about these games. They all follow the exact same formula, even though they might seem different. They usually stick to a party size of 4 people. They usually have some form of dynamic proximity chat. They're all short and replayable rounds where something dumb is guaranteed to happen. And most importantly, every run feels a little different, so you always end up laughing at something new. Let me give you some examples. You've probably seen Peak blow up recently, and maybe you've even seen it drop off just as fast. It's a simple party game where you climb these weird looking mountains with weird pink jellyfishes all around and purple fart bombs going off. It doesn't sound like much, right? But Peak hit top 2 on Steam by revenue. Not copies sold, revenue. That's insane for a game this cheap. Then there's REPO. This one clearly took inspiration from Lethal Company, but flipped it into something more content-friendly. You and 3 friends go out scavenging for valuable items, dodging these weird flying heads and creepy creatures, and then you drag all your loot back in this weird cart to sell for upgrades. Same deal. Party of 4, quick rounds, total chaos. And you've probably seen Content Warning 2 a while back. It kind of gives off black and white backroom vibes. The whole gimmick is filming scary / funny stuff and uploading it to this weird fake YouTube for views. And again, the magic number, 4 players. Do you see the pattern? These games look totally different on the surface. One has mountains, one has monsters, and one is weird backrooms or something. But they all deliver the same thing. Short bursts of hilarious, unpredictable fun with your friends. And Peak especially cracked the code on replayability. Everyone in the entire world gets the same map, but it resets with a new layout, new loot, and new mountains every 24 hours. Which means every single day there's a new challenge waiting for you and your friends. Personally, I think that's genius, and I guarantee we'll see more games copy that exact idea in the future. Alright, so we know what Friendslop is, but why does it work? In my experience, games don't just blow up over and over and over out of pure luck. These games are designed specifically to make us laugh, scream, maybe cry, and most importantly, to have fun with your friends. Think of Friendslop kind of like plug and play. No experience needed, no sweaty meta loadouts, no heavy lore you have to sit through, no complicated mechanics to learn, kind of like fast food. No preparation, no recipes, no seasoning, just grab it and eat it. That's Friendslop. And just like fast food, it's cheap, it's quick, and it's accessible. Most of these games are free, or maybe $10 max. But the real backbone of Friendslop isn't the price or the mechanics, it's the friends. That's why the term even exists. Most of them thrive on this 4-player party size, which is basically the golden number. Small enough so everyone gets hurt, but big enough for chaos. 4 just works. And the only thing that makes 4 friends even funnier is a proximity chat. Get him, get him, get him. Oh. Hearing what people are experiencing in-game makes it feel like you're really there with them. The sound of someone panicking and fading into the distance, or a buddy falling into a cave in Peak, is way funnier than a clean Discord call. Discord is too perfect. Proximity chat forces you to stick together to survive. You can't even hear your friends if you're not close to them. which makes it real. It's like exploring a haunted house. If you can hear your friends crystal clear from 3 floors away, it's not gonna be that scary. But if all you can hear are their footsteps upstairs and you're in the complete dark alone in a basement, yeah, you are gonna shit your pants. Another reason why Friendslop works, these games are clip machines. Every round has the potential to create something hilarious, which makes them perfect for content creators. Streamers and YouTubers jump in, clips go viral, and then suddenly everyone wants in on the fun. And since the games are simple, you feel like you already know how to play them just from watching. So of course, you buy in. And as I mentioned, they're also insanely replayable. Not because of the core gameplay changes, it's usually the same simple loop, but because the variables keep shifting, different loot, different maps, different monsters, different chaos, every run is just a little different. And if that's not enough, you're still playing with your friends. And let's be real, who gets bored of playing with your friends in an age where most of us hang out by just sending each other TikTok videos? And that is why Friendslop works. It's not about the graphics, it's not about the mechanics, it's about laughing, failing, and surviving together. But if these games are so good at bringing us together, why do they disappear so fast? Trends and hype only exists when people keep them alive. And as the saying goes, what comes fast goes fast. Think about it. Why do people stay loyal to games like, let's say, Battlefield or Call of Duty or Minecraft? Some say, well, I grew up with it. Others say, well, it's all I've ever played. But nobody says, yeah, I played it once and now it's like my favorite game ever. That's just not how loyalty works. In life, we don't become attached to something we just discovered overnight. It might be fun, it might be cool, but it's not valuable enough to sacrifice what we already know and love. And that's exactly why Friendslop games vanish. They live and die by your friends' interests. One buddy takes a night off, the other one tries a different game, and before you know it, everyone is on to the next Friendslop game. And honestly, you don't even feel bad about it, because the game was never that important. It was fun, but it wasn't permanent. Like, be real, you're not sitting here booting up REPO solo when all your friends are playing Peak. Where's the fun in that? And not to be mistaken, the developers, they know this too. That's why these games don't come loaded with long-term progression, ranked ladders, or prestige levels. At best, you're gonna get a couple skins or achievements, and that's intentional. They're built to last a few weeks, make a splash, sell a bunch of copies, and then fade, so the devs can move on to the next one. And that strategy only works because of the world we live in now. With TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch, a game can go viral overnight. A few creators post some clips, and suddenly everyone is playing it. And just as fast, everyone is gone. Hell, I can even relate to this personally. 2 months ago, I started uploading on this channel, and I dropped a video that hit over 1 million views, and now I've got 30,000 subscribers. Does that mean I'll hit 60,000 subscribers in another 2 months? Probably not. Because just like Friendslop, what comes fast goes fast. And yeah, that is your reminder to subscribe, so hopefully I prove myself wrong. Friendslop isn't even about the game itself, it's about the people you play with. That's why it dies so quickly. As soon as a new Fun with Friends game drop, your group moves on, and then you do it all over again. And that is okay. It's not taking players away from the big games like Call of Duty or Minecraft or Battlefield. It's just a break, a fun little burst of chaos in between the main games you always are gonna come back to. But what is the solution here? Well, what is the lesson? What did we learn from this? Well, if Friendslop games are destined to burn out, does that mean they're pointless? No, not at all. It just means we have to rethink how and why we play them. Friendslop is built to be short-lived, and that is fine. Not everything needs to last forever. Sometimes you just enjoy the chaos while it's here, and then you move on. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, unless we're talking about a romantic relationship. In that case, maybe don't. But the point is, make it about the memories, not about the wins, not about the stats, not about the grind. Just have fun with your friends. Throw Jake off a cliff for no reason. I'm very sorry if your name is Jake. Take the wrong path on purpose just to see what happens. You know, screw around. Because nobody is gonna remember how much money you collected in repo, but everyone is gonna remember how you screamed like a little bitch when this thing came out of nowhere and wrecked you. And most importantly, don't force it. Don't grind until it stops being fun. If you're not feeling it, don't play. Games aren't chores. They're supposed to be fun, remember? Friendslop shows us that sometimes a 1-month game gives you memories just as strong as a 10-year one. Maybe it shouldn't be called slop at all. Because at the end of the day, it was never really about the game. It was about the friends.